Welcome back! We've just spoken with Biff Tannen here, who went through the Citizen Plus program, and from all indications, it seems like it has transformed him into a law-abiding citizen, although at the expense of his free will. And it appears to be entirely at the whim of the powers that be here in this town as well. So it definitely sounds like something that we want to stay far away from. But in the meantime, I do want to try to get close to Doc so we can try to talk to him. Or Citizen Brown, rather, as he's called. We haven't actually looked at this statue here yet. Okay.
Having fun, kid?
Ah, who said that?
Attempting to destroy public landmarks is a violation of C-64.
I wasn't trying to destroy it.
Take your demerit.
Well, like I said in the last video, it seems like breaking the law is pretty much the only way that we might be able to get to see Doc around here, other than scheduling an appointment, which would probably take quite a long time. So, toward that end, I'm going to try to see just how many laws we can break. We've heard about some of them from Biff, namely public displays of affection, dogs, and booze. But it looks like there are these minor things, like fiddling around with the recycling bin and with a statue as well. So let's see what else we can do.
What's the problem, citizen?
Oops, wrong number.
Nothing we can do there, though. You can actually spin the statue over and over again and keep getting demerits for it, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think we've listened to this yet.
First Citizen Brown, the mind-head of Hill Valley, a man of infinite wisdom and awe-inspiring imagination. Emmett Lathrop Brown had been raised by a family legacy steeped in law, but hadn't set his sights on his destiny until he single-handedly thwarted the nefarious gangster Irving Kid Tannen.
Single-handedly?
Legging syndicate. After this heroic event, immortalized by the grand statue on the courthouse lawn, First Citizen Brown devoted his life to civil and social engineering, using Hill Valley as a prototype for tomorrow's cities today.
Single-handedly? That is just a bald-faced lie. Also, I get the distinct impression that Citizen Brown is really not who's running the show around here. Well, we saw Jennifer go into this alley back here, so let's check it out. See if there's anything we can do. Leash and... what does that say? And the whoosh bags. Okay. That's an interesting name. I guess that's for a band, I'm guessing.
Jennifer! Jen!
You got a problem?
Yeah, you just totally ran off there with the golf cart.
What's the deal, Jennifer? You left me stranded outside the city gates.
Yeah, that was pretty rotten, wasn't it? I'm such a horrible role model. Better get away before I corrupt you.
Well, I might not mind so much, especially with our goal in mind.
Look, I don't know what you got against me in this timeline, lately, but I'm here to make things right. I've missed you, you know?
Take a look at me, Martin. Do I look like the kind of girl that would hang around the president of the Junior Brown Brigade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I gotta admit, I kinda like you like this.
Oh, barf?
Junior Brown Brigade? That's just creepy.
You act like I'm a turnoff, but I don't buy it. We were meant to be together.
Look, just because I let you tag along to a couple of concerts doesn't mean we're Romeo and Juliet. I mean, sure, you're a little cute, but you're into all this honor student crap.
Honor student?
And I'm into more interesting things. And guys.
Just like Romeo and Juliet. Duh, 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 duh. Also, we're a guy. What are you talking about?
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
So, it seems like Marty in this timeline is kind of a very academically oriented person. And he appears to go by the name Martin. I can kind of see why some people might think he's a geek based on that.
So do you spend most of your time vandalizing public property?
Don't even think about snitching on me. Unless you want this spray can up your...
No, listen, you got me wrong. I'm looking to, break a few rules myself.
You?
Yeah, after all, it's the only way we can see Citizen Brown, and honestly, I've been feeling so uptight these last few videos, so I need to let loose as a part of this as well, so I'm all for breaking a few rules.
What do you know about harboring dangerous animals?
So you met my new boyfriend. Oh, lighten up.
Do you know where I could score some forbidden materials?
Do I strike you as somebody who would possess illegal substances?
Kinda, yeah.
And you strike me as somebody who would turn in somebody like me. Next topic.
I wouldn't do that.
This ban on public displays of affection bites.
Hey, you're talking about my most favoriteest legal infraction of all.
Yeah?
Not with you. Ew.
We might be able to convince you otherwise.
This law against public kissing is a load of bull, right?
Yeah, this town is full of it. What are you gonna do?
Protest, that's what. Let's go stage a public kiss-in.
Let's not and say we did.
A public kiss-in.
Isn't graffiti a major infraction?
You'd think. But after Big Brown had all those buildings coated in that Teflon polymer junk a couple years ago, graffiti's been knocked down to a 2 demerit offense. Go fig.
Go fig.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to know any more about breaking the rules.
Wuss.
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget.
Whoops.
Sorry, Martin.
Didn't mean to do that again.
Leech and the whoosh bags. Never heard of them.
No, you wouldn't have. They don't play much punk on those smooth jazz stations you listen to.
Smooth jazz. I couldn't possibly be that square, even in an alternate timeline.
Smooth jazz isn't so bad. I like smooth jazz. I grew up on smooth jazz.
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
So, Jennifer,
Uh-huh.
what do you think of me?
I don't.
Man, she is just mean, isn't she?
Seriously, what have you got against me? I'm kind of popular, right?
Very popular. Among a certain crowd.
What crowd?
Dorks.
Dorks. Hey, I'm a dork and I'm proud of it, so... You know what? I don't care. Dorks are awesome.
Marty McFly a dork? It's impossible. He can't be a dork.
Okay, anyone who talks about himself in the third person is a dork.
My mom and dad,
What about them?
would you say they're normal?
By Hill Valley standards, yeah. In other words, they're warped beyond repair. Sorry to be the one to break it to you.
Oh boy. That's going to be interesting as well.
Did you get a load of Biff Tannen back there? He's so...
Calm.
yeah, creeps me out.
You and me both. If that's what the Citizen Plus program's all about, I'll stay a Citizen Minus.
You and me both. Hey, there's something we've got in common. See, we can run with that, right?
What do you know about the Citizen Plus program?
Only what I hear on TV, and the radio, and the newspapers, and the PA systems all over town. They want everybody to enroll, and they say it'll make us all happy and well-adjusted, which is why I'm gonna stay clear of it.
Hill Valley's totally screwed up, but I got a plan to fix everything.
You do, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to Citizen Brown and get him to make it all better.
That sounds like the kind of plan you'd come up with, weirdo.
I gotta admit, it is kind of a little bit of a risk. I mean, we don't really know what Doc is like in this timeline. We've just seen him inside that car of his. He may not want to even talk to us at all, but maybe we can convince him that he will be destined to build a time machine in another timeline somehow, even though that kind of sounds crazy. But hey, it's all we've got right now, because honestly, the only thing we can do is rebuild the time machine in order to fix all of this, right?
Citizen Brown is a really great guy.
You're wasting your breath, Martin. I don't buy into all that happy talk.
No, really, this crazy police state wasn't his idea. It'll all get undone once I have a good talk with him.
You know, I almost feel sorry for you.
Well, I'm off to see Citizen Brown.
It won't be long before I see Citizen Brown.
Hey, can I come with you?
You want to see Citizen Brown too?
Yeah. Maybe he can give me a heart when he gives you a brain.
My dad.
Ouch. Can we talk to her more about this? I don't know.
You going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Nope.
Sorry, Martin.
Okay.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Alright, so that's Jennifer. Doesn't seem like she's very interested in helping us out, but that's not exactly that much of a surprise, I guess. Blank.
I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Well, you never know. This is an adventure game. In an adventure game, you go dig through everything, Marty. Don't you know what this is? Also, it looks like this is the door that used to lead into the old speakeasy.
They've bricked up the entrance to the old speakeasy.
Exactly. And this was the back door to the soup kitchen. I guess it kind of still is the back door to the soup kitchen.
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here.
Alright, so nothing more we can do with that. Alright, looks like we're done here in the alley, at least for now. Let's go back here into town.
Look out, son!
It's our mom!
Mom?
Our mom's here. We haven't even seen our mom yet this whole game. I mean, we've heard her voice a little bit, but we haven't actually seen her.
Mom? Mom!
But are you happy?
Happiness is overrated, Lorraine. I'm content.
Well, I'll think about it.
Mom?
Hi there, Martin. I saw you as I was driving in. Did you hear me honking?
Mom, that can't be you.
Martin, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's just that you're so gray.
Well, isn't that an uplifting way to greet your mother?
Sorry, I just don't...
I guess you're right, though. I am going a little gray. No thanks to your father.
Uh-oh. This is definitely looking worse and worse. And from the looks of it, it seems like she was asking Biff about the Citizen Plus program, which is definitely worse.
So, what? Are you out here shopping or something?
Oh, shopping? Pah! Who shops anymore? No, it's that time of the month for me again. For my civic duty. I'll be polishing the statue all day.
Oh, right.
Have they banned shopping here in Hill Valley? Because if so, then it's especially miserable here.
What's with the golf cart, Mom?
Now, Martin, I know you're embarrassed to be driving around in last year's model, but we really can't afford the 86s yet.
What about my truck?
No one owns a truck in Hill Valley. Martin, are you sure you're feeling okay?
Yeah. I must have had a really vivid dream last night.
Well, I hope your dream world was more fun than this one. Could you do me a favor? I forgot to give your father my timesheet for last week, and now Mr. Nosy is convinced that I'm hiding something from him.
Timesheet?
Aren't they annoying? But Citizen Brown always says, a scheduled life is a happy life. Anywho, could you be a dear and drop it off at the house? Here, take the car.
Actually,
I know, dear. Love you too. I'd give you a kiss, but you know what that gets ya. Don't forget to pick me up this evening.
Yeah, sure.
They are banning public displays of affection between mothers and sons. That's just terrible. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm sounding really perturbed in these last few videos, but honestly, this place is creepy and disgusting. Can we talk to our mom more?
Mom? I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
Let's see what our mom can tell us about us.
I lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade.
Junior what now?
And Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN.
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Honestly, Model UN? Are they trying to prepare people for, like, political positions outside Hill Valley? Because if so, this isn't exactly the best training ground for that, I don't think.
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Oh, Jennifer. What a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see?
Microscopes and ant farms. Also, you fell for the second guy that came out of the sky. We were the first guy.
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son. Going on 18 years now.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
In case you haven't noticed by now, this game has a little bit more of a complex dialogue tree structure than the other two, or this episode has a bit more of a complex dialogue tree structure than the other two episodes did. And as a result, there's quite a bit more talking and a little bit less action in this one.
What about you, Mom?
What about me?
What are you doing out here polishing the statue?
I know! I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L sector duty roster, and here I am. I kinda wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother. Or Big Husband in this case.
Wait a minute. Our dad is somehow involved with these cameras. This just keeps getting more messed up.
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Okay, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash.
I don't think Biff is exactly happy and well adjusted by his own volition, though.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you know how difficult that is, Martin. The great man spends so much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I guess that's the price we pay for a safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations. And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Marty, haven't you figured that out by now? This whole town just speaks Edna. Also, Hill Valley may be safe, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily happy if our mom, who's just kind of the average citizen around here, is any indication. Something tells me that the people here who aren't on the Citizen Plus program are not too, are not exactly very happy about the administration here, but can't really be very forthcoming about it because of all the surveillance.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins.
Exactly.
Probably writes them herself.
I need to sit down.
Yeah, I think Edna is the one who's just pulling Doc's strings. He's just a puppet ruler. She's the one who's behind it all.
Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now, sure, but you should have seen him in high school.
I can imagine.
Changing someone's behavior, or at least trying to persuade them to be a better person, is not necessarily a bad thing, but doing so at the expense of their ability to make the choice, I'd have to disagree with that.
What do you think of Jennifer, Mom?
Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vivre would have rubbed off on you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it. There's nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
I see what you did there. So, apparently we've got a guitar in this timeline. Maybe we can find that later.
Jen's dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Dry. Doc was right. We did overdo it.
Unfortunately? Why did you say that?
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Is it just me or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling. But you didn't hear that from me.
That's a good word for it.
Biff told me that he got in trouble for public displays of affection.
Can you believe it? Sure, things got a little out of control back in the 60s with the free love and all, but now even holding hands will get you a verbal warning.
Wait, so you can't even kiss?
Can't even hug. It's barbaric. City Hall treats us like a bunch of children going to the movies.
No hugging, but I love hugs. I want to give everyone a hug. Everyone in this town looks like they need a hug.
Biff was talking about all the contraband he used to keep. Do you know anything about that?
What are you implying, Martin?
I'm not implying anything. I just want to know what kind of contraband might still be around. You know, so I can watch out for it. Like a good citizen.
Well, I wouldn't know about such things, but people still smuggle alcohol in from the next county. I heard the kids at school have been smuggling Xerox copies of Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you'd be into something like that, huh?
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
Alright, that's the final straw. Dungeons and Dragons outlawed in Hill Valley. I am moving out. Right now.
Is it true that Biff was responsible for getting dogs outlawed?
I think that was all Edna's idea. She's always had a sore spot for dogs. Now your father and I, we love dogs.
You do? I didn't know that. How come we never had a dog?
We had meant to get one to teach you children about responsibility, but by the time we had you, dogs had already been banned. Now I don't think we'll ever have the chance to raise a puppy.
Jeez, Mom, that could be the saddest thing I've ever heard.
No, I think the no hugs and the no Dungeons and Dragons is far sadder than that. Although that is sad. I'm sorry to all the dog lovers out there. I'm not very good with dogs. I love dogs too, but I've kind of got a bit of a strange dog, so I'm not the most experienced dog person as a result.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
I think that's all we can do.
Is it just me, or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling.
Yep, that's it.
I can't take this.
Being so perfect must take a lot out of you.
Alright. Looks like that's all we can talk to her about. She's given us a new task, which is to go over to our house and give Dad her timesheet. At least they let us
Well,
park
it's
right
not
here
the
on the
truck,
street.
but I guess it'll do.
I actually kind of like the golf cart, but no trucks in Hill Valley. That's a little bit too much conformity for my taste. Why is there yellow tape on our door?
I don't know, John. Isn't this illegal?
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom. Dad,
Try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Another day.
Well, we'll talk to our dad in the next video.